back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight, and we're still live, although we're in overdrive. We just had an incident in Dallas where Alex and the people with him were attacked, an unprovoked attack by the Dallas police. I think it was the sheriff's department. Alex, recap this for everybody, exactly what just happened here.
Rob Dew, thank you. Rob Dew, being calm, cool, and collected, actually talked to one of the head police, and I think he has it on video. He's shooting it on high def. And he said, "Man, you ought to be ashamed of your men." And the guy looked at him basically with tears in his eyes, and he said, "No, it's the sheriff did it." And now that I think back, it was actually sheriff's deputies.
Yes.
And we have a witness. They formed up at the federal building under DHS orders because they had a DHS guy that went over and got him. I remember him leaving when I made a joke about wiping the federal government's butt. And then the federal guy went over, got those guys, because they pay sheriff's deputies, Dallas police, you name it, to be part of special event, special security. It's like, oh, you're a little junior CIA agent. You get to, chew on our toes and stuff like that. You get to bow down to us. You get to bring us coffee. Exactly. They're like the little minions. And so literally we're all standing there being totally friendly to the cops, talking to them. Everything's fine. We're waiting officially to be let in after the event, and then at 2:30 after that to be let into the grassy area itself with COPA and other groups to lay the wreath and to have a moment of silence there. And that was over lawsuit threats that they had to open it up after the official event. And that was the deal. So I told a senior Dallas police officer who was out there, who was in charge of everything, he went and checked. He goes, "Yeah, that's true. Go in." So we're in there about 30 minutes broadcasting live. We're about to leave. We're like, who wants to go into the sanctum of sanctums? We're already in here. We're done. Let's go get something to eat. And all of a sudden, these guys come running up all aggressively. So the crowd kind of goes, "Ooh!" And I go, "No, don't boo. They're nice." I don't know why, but they were acting real aggressive, getting ready. And we're talking to the Dallas police. The Dallas police looked at them and said, "Why? What?" And the sheriff's deputies basically were in command and said, pointed at them. And then this real criminal-looking, like criminal out of a movie comes up, and they were looking at me like they wanted to kill me. And I thought, man, this is like the criminal squad. These are the guys that do the nasty stuff. And then they didn't push first. One of them punched me from about 6 inches away, looking that there were no cameras. Pow, hoping I'd do something. But it was into my rib. It wasn't even that bad. It was kind of like, about like that. So he hit me, and then it did take me off guard. I was like, and then boom, 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 boom. And we're like, whoa, let us go. And then they would see people falling over and get in on that and shove some guy over a little girl and shove their head into a... They pinned one guy that wasn't resisting him in any way up against one of those city signs and were just ramming his head in with pleasure. This was hardcore criminal energy with a trained attack dog that America and free people are their enemy, just ready to attack. Hatred of freedom, hatred of free speech. They literally brought in those are the goons. With the sheriff's department. They look dirtier than hell. They ought to be in central casting for movies of dirty cops. They look gangsterous, low-down, thug-like scum. And the sheriff's department is under federal control. And I guess their argument was Dealey's federal property. Here's the big lawsuit. We weren't on Dealey Plaza. Yeah, that's federal. That's just like they grabbed Kokesh on federal property. Yeah, well, they're claiming it's a federal park, but then quasi-city. Oh, you just talked to the police. What did they say, Anthony Gucciardi?
Well, after I was literally pushed down by cops onto the cement, and I saw someone get punched in the face.
Did he resist any?
No, not at all. And he was reveling in it. It was this major fat bald guy, and he kept pushing and saying, "Get out of the way." And I turned around. I said, "Relax, I'm going to go." And he said, "Don't look back at me," and pushed me down. But we talked. It was literal insanity. It's all on camera. Go to Infowars.com and see it. It's total. That's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. That is the most brutal action.
I've seen police attack people if somebody throws a bottle at them or something, and then they'll attack the whole crowd, which is wrong. We did nothing. And they were like little kids, and they knew it. Let me tell you, every instinct as a man in me was, this is the enemy. These are criminals. And every instinct, it was just like flashing, like the revolution, the whole deal, just how we're going to defeat them, how we're going to crush them. I don't want that to happen, but I realize they're not going to stop. They've hired an army of criminals. This is Nazi Germany, folks. This is it. We are in deep. This is Soviet takeover. We are in deep crap.